In this exodus, Moses became not only a leader, but also a preacher, receiving the Ten Commandments atop Mount Sinai. Although there were some hard times and choices, Moses led his people through decades of wandering in the desert. As they neared the Promised Land, his journey came to an end. Forbidden to enter Canaan himself, he climbed Mount Nebo, where he saw the land from afar. There, he died, leaving behind a legacy as one of history's greatest leaders. After Moses' death, the Israelites, led by Joshua, entered the Promised Land. Since there were already Canaanites there, the settling of the Promised Land turned into conquest. Jericho was one of the first cities to fall under their rule. However, their unity soon fractured, and the era of the judges began. These leaders, who were both warriors and prophets, rose during times of crisis. These people brought temporary stability, but the cycle of faithfulness, sin, oppression, and redemption marked this period for generations. But everything changed in the 11th century BC, when from the ashes of chaos rose a dynasty that united the tribes and carved their names in the Israeli national identity. To study closely the period of the unified Kingdom of Israel, we, once again, must consult the Old Testament. Although it is not a very reliable source, in the lack of any other, we must turn to it. The Kingdom of Israel is said to have been formed in the late 11th century BC. Then the 12 tribes of Israel, scattered across the land of Canaan, finally unified under the rule of Saul. There are a few reasons why the tribes did that, and the main one was protection from external threats, mostly from the Philistines. The Philistines were a very powerful people, with a formidable navy in that time, and they often raided the southern coastal regions. Now, the first real state could finally resist their attacks, and Saul was in charge. Saul, from the tribe of Benjamin, like Moses before him, was reluctant to unify the tribes and become a king, although anointed by the prophet Samuel. It is uncertain when this exactly happened, but some historians give us the year 1020 BC. Saul proved himself in battles against the Ammonites and Philistines.